Hey everyone, welcome back. This is going to be the finale of Rise of the Blood Elves custom campaign for WarCraft 3, but you guys know that already. Let's get right into it. Rise of the Blood Elves. Ultimately, Kael'thas's plan worked, but the outcome was not the intended one. Using the energies of Muru, the Sunwell was restored, its new energies now being derived from both arcane and from Muru's powers of the light. Bewildered by this event, the Blood Elves and the Draenei gather at the Sunwell. Prophet Valen. Mortal heroes, your victory here was foretold long ago. My brother's anguished city of cried defeat will echo across the universe, bringing renewed hope to all those who stand against the Burning Legion. As the Legion's final defeat draws ever nearer, stand proud in the knowledge that you have saved worlds without number from the flame. Just as this day marks an ending, so too does it herald a new beginning. We damn one of the most noble beings of all time. We caused countless deaths. We may never atone for these sins. Few will remember Envina's name, yet this day she changed the course of destiny. What was once corrupt is now pure. We must not let her sacrifice be in vain. Envina will never be forgotten, Kalecgos. Had it not been for her, the Sunwell, the world would have been engulfed in flames by now. In the time the light and hope held within will rebirth more than this mere fount of power. Mayhap they will rebirth the soul of a nation. Salvation, young ones. It waits us all. Farewell. It is done then. The Sunwell is restored, but we have paid a grave price. Our leader is no more. Who will lead us now? You will, Lorthamar. Alessandra? You have guided our people before, Lorthamar, and we have all seen how capable you are. It was only because of you that I held any hope that we could reclaim Quel'Thalas, and it was because of you that we ultimately did. I agree. You would make a fine leader, a worthy lord to whom I pledge my sword. As would I. You can't. I'm not worthy. You can do this, my friend. My time is done now, friends, and I must go. Pray our paths never cross again. Farewell. Alessandra. Thank you. So there's Alessandra. Oh, I think the priest is supposed to be... Was that... I don't know. I think that's just those are the Blood Elves in heaven. Because I know her husband had died. If you guys want to read that short story about Alessandra. Okay, now we have the epilogue. In the Shadow of the Sun. Months later, after events of the Sunwell Plateau, under the leadership of Lorthamar Theron, the Blood Elven nation prospered and entered into a new golden age. Many returned from Outland, embracing and rejoicing in their homeland. However, war had cost them heavily, and Lorthamar knew they would need allies, thanks in part to his connections with Sylvanas Windrunner. A fledgling alliance is forged between the Sindori and the Horde, which eventually accepts them under its banner. Very interesting. But if you guys want to read that short story about Alessandra, just go to the campaign download link in the description below the video, and there's a link to where you can read it. It's actually pretty neat, pretty interesting. So we formed an alliance with Sylvanas and the Horde. I'm not certain about Dalaran, Lorthamar. They already betrayed us once, but if they want our support, that is bad. That bad, then something must have changed. I'm not sure myself if I trust them. I suppose we'll see later today once Aethys arrives. This would be best to wait. Now, Lorthamar, if you would excuse me, I have a lot of work to tend to today. Al DL, Shala. I apologize for taking away your time, Leandrin, but I must be on my way anyway. Awen is waiting for me. Okay, so the epilogue, there's...
We were just
seems
talking
like it's
about
going to
you.
be semi-playable.
Establish a
We have
perimeter.
Orthamar. Let's check out our quest. Is this... Yeah, that was just text from the
Anarala
intro cinematic.
Belore.
All our items are gone.
Does not
No.
matter to me. Yes.
There's Leandrin.
May the light of the sun shine upon you.
Okay, meet
The
Awen.
sheer audacity of the
probably gonna be
plan
over
is
here.
Exactly what intrigues me.
That's pretty cool, so we're
Yes.
walking through Quothalas. I like how she's just Blood Elf. Arcane Golem. Hawkshire Knights, those guys remain strong,
We were just
Quothalas.
talking about you.
Well, Lorthamar will lead you to power and
Enough talk.
glory. So they're being
May the light of
reprogrammed
the
to
sun
Arcane
shine
Golems.
upon you.
That's pretty cool.
Establish a
I'm assuming
perimeter.
we're not going to be fighting anyone.
Yes.
Worker, you're doing great at building those farms, buddy. Spellbreakers? I don't think I've built a single spellbreaker
Light
the
of the
entire
sun
time.
shine upon
There must be a reason why this golem is so slow.
Anarala Belore.
We have the
We were
Banshees
just
here,
talking about you.
the
May the
Apothecaries,
light of the sun shine
the
upon
Phoenix
you.
X.
Does not matter to
Priest
me.
is watching over them. Not sure what the Apothecary is
Anarala
doing with them.
Belore.
So they're cool. We have some of the
Establish a perimeter.
Forsaken.
Enough talk. Does not
We have the
matter to me.
archers.
The sheer audacity of the plan is exactly what intrigues
With the Dark
me.
Ranger looking on.
Yes.
It's like, I don't need a practice. I'm
talk.
ready. Way too
Establish
good
a
for this.
perimeter.
This is really cool. There's it. Anyway. My lord. Lorthamar, you wanted to see me. I received a letter from Dalaran, from Aethys. It appears they are asking for our support. Anarala, again? Won't this man ever realize we don't want to hand over a magi to them? Nevertheless, we should get going. He's just about to arrive at the Sun Fury Spire. Lorthamar, this Silver Moon tabard. No. You should wear it. What does it matter? Anyone in the service of Silver Moon may bear it. It is the symbol of state. You are the head of state. You should look the part. I'm the Regent Lord, not the King. That is not the point, Lorthamar. You look like a Farstrider. I am a Farstrider. You were a Farstrider. You cannot ever be a Farstrider again, Lorthamar. We know that for certain now. We are going to be late, Awen. Well, they definitely rebuilt their city pretty quickly. I'm not sure how long after the events of the last mission this takes place. Could be a year, could be 10. Probably not 10. There he is, finally. Welcome home, Archmage Aethys. Thank you, Lord Theron. Would that I were returning to stay. I'm here on matters of utmost importance, ones that concern us all. I'm quite sure you're aware that both Orgrimmar and Stormwind were assaulted by the Scourge. Yes, but as I heard, Orgrimmar barely survived the assault. The Scourge's power and menace are far greater than even we first thought. I want to formalize our involvement with the Kirin Thor. It is imperative that the Magi of Quothalas and Dalaran work side by side, as we had for so many years. No. I asked the Regent Lord, not the Grand Magister. Well then, let the Regent Lord deign that I am fit to speak. I dare say we shall hear your opinion eventually in any case. Go on and say your piece. Did Modera send you with a statement before you left, Aethys? You do not exactly sound like yourself. Your words drip of her false diplomacy. At least she dares not set foot here herself. She has that mind of sense. That much of sense. Modera agrees with me on these matters. She agrees with you, or rather, you agree with her, for I doubt they would send you here to speak on their behalf, had you half a mind of your own. Damn it, Romoth. Do you have anything useful to say, besides personal insults? You are blind. They bit off more than they can chew, and now they find themselves facing Arthas. They are afraid, as they should be. They need aid beyond their own capacity, and to whom have they always turned regarding matters? Oh yes, to us, the members of the Kirin Tor, will swear up and down that you are indispensable to them, that your skills are invaluable. The moment you become inconvenient, you will be discarded. Kothalas and the Kirin Tor have been allied for over 2,000 years. Since we joined formally with the Horde, things have been strained, but... Since we joined the Horde, of course. That's somewhat awkward, I imagine. And do you remember exactly why we sought to join the Horde? A monumental betrayal in Dalaran, beneath the ever-watchful eyes of the Kirin Tor. They really had nothing to do with... I assume you mean that the Kirin Tor did nothing to prevent it, did nothing to stop it, and instead left us to rot in the prisons beneath a city of many of us called home as much as we did Silvermoon. The Kirin Tor find themselves under new leadership. That is a lie, and you know it. Ronan may be their figurehead, but Modera and Ansarim remain on the council. These are the same people who happily turned their eyes away when Garithos sentenced us to death. They can all rot in hell, or better yet, in Arthas' army as Scourge. Despite your obvious disdain for the Kirin Tor, you seem to be rather well-informed, Grand Magister. Which would be one of the reasons I am the Grand Magister of Kothalas, and you are not, I would think. And as Grand Magister, I will never order my magi to service in the name of the Kirin Tor. That is enough. You do not possess the authority to issue such ultimatums. It will be my decision whether to send our forces to Northrend, and if I so choose, you and your magi will follow orders. Now it is clear that to continue this will result in nothing more than petty bickering, and I, however, do not care to waste any more of my time. I would hazard the Ranger. Sorry, didn't get the end of that. I'm not sure. I believe his intentions are honest. I just don't know how far we can trust honest intentions, even among our own people. I worry that if we give him authority to act on our behalf, he would, intentionally or not, promise something from us that I'm not willing to give. Then again, if enough Sindori follow him to Dalaran, he will end up with their de facto leader anyway, and I am loath to have him acting as such without obligation to the crown, Silvermoon. It would be better if Relmoth were not so stubborn. He lived in Dalaran for a long time. He bears the Archmage title himself, you know. He has enough experience with the Kirin Tor to know how to handle them, enough loyalty to his country that I believe we could trust him. He would be an ideal liaison for Aethys. Well, that is a strange thing to hear you speak well of Relmoth. I never approved of that business with Muru, but that is behind us now, and we have no more reason to doubt him. If we were going to betray us, he would have done it with Kelflas. So what do you think? What should we do about Aethys and Dalaran? Aethys considers himself a member of the Kirin Tor, and I can think of a number of others who would be pleased to bear that mantle again as well. If the Kirin Tor want to admit Blood Elves, we cannot stop them from doing so. No, we cannot. However, it is my instinct that we should avoid official involvement in the war against the Scourge. Aethys should report to us periodically, and we should give him a clear set of boundaries. But those who wish to offer their services may do so under the banner of the Kirin Tor, not Quel'Thalas. What was that you said this morning about being a Farstrider? You sound more like a king every day, Lord Thamai. My lord, Varisa Windrunner has arrived as you requested. She is waiting for you at the entrance of Silvermoon.
We were just talking about you.
Okay. I don't know who Varisa Windrunner is.
Plan is exactly what intrigues me.
Probably Sylvanas' sister, I'm guessing.
Does not matter to me.
Okay, meet with Varisa Windrunner. I think this is... yeah, this is the same. Sordoi and the Horde.
Establish a perimeter.
Okay, down here. Let's
Enough
just
talk.
right-click down there. Wonder what she's gonna say.
Belore.
So, Varisa Windrunner, I'm guessing
Yes.
she's still gonna be a high
We
elf.
were just talking about you. Anarala Belore.
We could actually buy some stuff, but we
The
have no
light
money.
of the sun
Pretty
shine
interesting.
upon you.
These guys love these statues. Arcane golems. I wonder if
Anarala
Aurora and Vesper are
Belore.
here. They probably are somewhere.
We
We
were
are proud
just
to be
talking
back in
about you.
Silvermoon, my lord. I'm glad
Establish
to
a
have you guys
perimeter.
back as well.
Does not matter to me.
So that Relmoth
May the
character
light
is
of the sun shine
really,
upon you.
pretty interesting. Really cool
Yes.
model. It's like
May
that
the light of the sun shine.
kind of mysterious face. Verisa, welcome back to Silverman. Save the pleasantries, Lord Thamar. We both know the only reason why I came is to see with my own eyes if your magi speak the truth about the Sunwell. Verisa, please. Your people are free to return to Kothalas. For years we rotted outside, thrown out of our homes at your behest because we refuse to suck magic from living things like vampires. And now you want to offer aid? After all we have been through, now you offer it? That's an awesome model for Verisa. I cannot afford to lead a nation divided, and we both know it, Verisa. But times have changed. Nothing has changed. As soon as I'm done with my business here, I'll be returned to Dalaran. So please, Lord Thamar, don't even try to convince me you and your people have changed. And there she goes. Without even a... See you later.
Anarala Belore.
Nos vemos. Okay, what now?
Enough talk.
That did
Establish a
not go
perimeter.
too well.
Enough talk. The sheer audacity
Alright,
of the
return
plan is
to the
exactly
Sunbury
what
Spire.
intrigues me. Establish a
Check
perimeter.
out all this stuff out as well.
Enough talk.
I mean, this is
The
pretty
sheer
lengthy,
audacity
you
of the
guys collect
plan
that
is
gold.
exactly what intrigues me.
Unless we're
Does
gonna have to
not
come
matter to
down
me.
here at some point. No, it's just...
We were just talking about
That's
you.
the entrance.
Enough talk.
I'm guessing that's gonna be the entrance.
Establish a perimeter.
Let's just go back up here, go to the spire. And we could check out what's over here.
Enough talk.
Let's do that. It's
Yes.
the last mission. I believe it's the last
The
mission.
sheer audacity
the
of the
finale
plan is
epilogue,
exactly
so.
what intrigues me.
It's definitely the
Enough
last
talk.
one. And so I wanted to
Just
talk
talking
about
you.
my
The
plans
sheer
for
audacity of the
what
plan
campaign
is
I'm going to do
exactly
next.
what
I would like to play
intrigues
Curse of the Forsaken.
me. Enough talk.
'Cause this, I
Anarala
believe, like-
Belore.
Oh, there they are. There's Vesper
Yes.
and Aurora. A pleasure to see you, my lord. Pleasure to see you too.
Anarala Belore.
That's awesome. That
Does not matter to
every
me.
mission I've let both
Establish
of
a
them die,
perimeter.
but since
The
they're
sheer
mechanical units, we
audacity
can
of
just
the
put
plan
their
is exactly what intrigues
spirits in
me.
another body. That's awesome.
Establish a perimeter.
The fact that we had those two guys in those two
Yes.
missions, they helped out immensely. Especially
We were just talking
the
about
the previous mission. The fact that
you. May the light of the sun
I mean
shine upon
they
you.
helped us push through that base,
were just
so our
talking
Draenei
about you.
allies could help
This is
get
who
set
I
up.
am. No
So Curse of the
paperwork,
Forsaken,
no
I would
politics,
love to play
just
that,
the
but I
hot
know
fury of magic and steel.
Tomoraider
We
is
shape our
currently.
own destiny today.
Okay, Lord Thamar, stop yelling. Tomoraider is working on
Enough
version
talk.
3.0, so I definitely want to wait for that. In the meantime,
The sheer
I'm
audacity of the
will
plan
probably
is
end up
exactly
playing
what intrigues me.
Rowan the
Does not
Wise,
matter to me.
and I'm also waiting for Day of the Dragon to be updated by Outsider Z. Well, what did you expect? How did she react? 5 years ago, I threw them out of the homes. They had fought for every bit as fiercely as anyone in Kothalas today. How do you think she reacted? With a loving embrace. Verisa Windrunner is married to the new leader of the Cairn Tor. She is not fond of me or those I represent. I'd hoped, because you were a ranger. I thought maybe you could help us bridge that gap. I suppose not. You suppose correctly. Yes. Lord Theron, your presence is requested in the hall. I am not available. My lord, the Banshee Queen will not wait. No, of course she will not. Show me to her. Lady Sylvanas. I have just returned from Ogrimmar. Arthas is there to strike at the heart of the Horde. Yes, I've heard. The attack was successfully repelled, but Arthas is only toying with us. We must bring the war to him. War Truth Thrall at last sees what we have long known. The Horde prepares for war, and the Sindorai, Lorthamar, constitute a portion of the Horde. Lorthamar, we go to destroy Arthas once and for all. I appreciate that you and Warchief Thrall wish to join you on the initial front in Northrend, but we were stretched too thin. We have already received a similar request from the Kirin Thor, but I cannot in good faith send our forces north, since the events of Kolthalas. This is not a quest, Lorthamar. You will send troops. They will accompany the Forsaken. Sylvanas, we have just fought a civil war. What can we possibly have to give? Have you forgotten who is responsible for the state of Kolthalas in the first place? Who is ultimately to blame? Well, I at least have not. My vengeance will not be denied, and you will give what I demand of you, the Sindorai, Rangers, and Magi, as well as the Blood Knights. We cannot spare them, Sylvanas. Then you can hide here like the beaten dog, if that is indeed your will, Lorthamar. Though if you believe anything can come from it, you are a fool. Do you think Arthas will be content to ignore you whilst you wait here and lick your wounds? Do you think I will tolerate such cowardice? For a while now, my people have stood guard in these lands, and it is by my hand that you have any place within the Horde. You will aid us in Northrend, or I shall cease to aid you in Kolthalas. Send my exhausted people to find more death in Northrend, or risk losing Kolthalas to the Scourge once again. There's no choice here, Sylvanas. I will expect your forces at the Undercity in 2 weeks, Lorthamar. I will not be disappointed in this. Yes, my lady. How can you do this? This is blackmail. It was you who wanted to help more than we asked for. We never asked for more of your assistance. You gave it of your own free will. How can you call yourselves our allies in one breath and hold our lands for ransom in the next? You were never required to accept my offers. You chose to. All I ask for now is the will and power to defeat our greatest foe. Is there anything else you wish to discuss, Sylvanas? No, I am finished here, Lorthamar. Shorlarn, Sylvanas. Shorlarn? Elven talk? Lorthamar, you cannot seriously. We do not. You heard her, Romoth. We go to Northrend, or we lose Forsaken support, and likely the rest of the Hordes as well. So we go. There are still soldiers in the infirmaries from Quell Donis. We have not even held a proper service for the dead. By the Sunwell, Lorthamar. We do not have a choice, Romoth. Do you not understand that? We do as Sylvanas asks, or we quite possibly lose all the Kolthalas south of the Elferdin River. So let it go. Let it go? Do you know how many elves, Sindora and Quel'Dorei, died to defend that land? And you say I should just let it go? They would rather have died in vain than have given their lives, just so you could turn into nothing more than the puppet of some monster in the name of their sacrifice. Do not fall for her threats, Lorthamar. She will only use you. Back to looking at trees. This is his thinking place. Lorthamar, are you all right? I am fine, Awen. Don't worry. Send word to Lady Liadrin. Tell her what has been decided. You and Romoth will prepare your forces as well. It will be done immediately. If you are going to Northrend, will you also support the Kirin? The Kirin Tor can do whatever they damn well please. It is no concern of mine. But seeing as any number of Sindori forces will surely be heading north, I expect many of them will likely end up on your doorstep. You will do what you can to aid them, Aethys. Now go find Romoth. I am sure he will have much use for you. I suppose you should be pleased, Archmage. It is true I wish to acquire your support in Northrend, Regent Lord, but not on these terms. Believe me when I say, I'd rather have seen you agree on your own free will, not because of. My free will remains intact, thank you. And it is still by my will that Quothalas is ruled. Of course, my lord. Congratulations, you have reached the end of the Rise of the Blood Elves version 3.0. Hope that you enjoyed playing this campaign as much as I enjoyed creating it. I would like to thank Hive Workshop for being a great website with lots of amazing people, great resources, and guides that helped me create this campaign. My friend Tina for helping me with the story, and Blizzard Entertainment for creating this great game. Thank you, Tomoraider, for creating this awesome campaign. If you're interested in what happens with Sylvanas of Forsaken next in the storyline, try out my other campaign, Curse of the Forsaken. I will, as soon as you finish version 3.0. So, like I said before, I'm gonna probably play Rowan the Wise. I would also like to play Outsider Z's Day of the Dragon, but he's also currently updating that, so I'll play Rowan the Wise. I know there's several of those campaigns, so I'll just play those until either one of those aforementioned campaigns are updated. This was only the second custom campaign that I played in Warcraft 3, and I know it's one of the better ones, but that was just damn awesome. It was just great job, Tomoraider. The story, cinematics, even that last mission, it was like a, 25-minute cinematic reading text, and it was very enjoyable. The gameplay, it was just very well polished, no major bugs. I know this is version 3.0, so there's been a lot of updates to it, but this feels like Blizzard could release this campaign just like as an extension to their story, and people would gobble it up. And there's not, even in StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, the ones that I played, I remember when I played 2 Warcraft 3, but I know there's not a lot of custom campaigns out there for Blizzard titles that can say that, either StarCraft 1, Warcraft 3, or StarCraft 2. So that in itself, I mean, just great job. It was so much fun to play. I'm not the best at Warcraft 3. Chapter 10 definitely is the toughest mission. I don't know if you want to scale the difficulty back so just that it kind of lines in with the rest of the mission's difficulty a little bit, but there was never once where I felt helpless or hopeless that it's like, oh, I'm not going to be able to complete this, or I'm going to have to restart this 10 times to complete it. Or I never once felt like that. So awesome, just very enjoyable campaign. And until the next Warcraft 3 campaign, take it easy, everyone, and I'll see you then. All right, bye, guys.